Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Blue Chip Podcast by fans for fans. This is your host Cody Potter. How y'all doing today? We got the wide receiver breakdown for you. I know the schedule will be released tonight. I'm still going to get this wide receiver report to you guys for the 2026 season. I will comment a lot more on the schedule, primetime games, things like that. A lot of the Commanders matchups, things like that tonight. But for today's episode. It's pretty easy, pretty cut and dry. I mean, the first clip, I expect everybody to expect to see, man. It's pretty well known, man. Jeremiah Smith is that dude. Jeremiah Smith, man, height, weight, speed. I mean, everything you want from a player, man. This is a truly elite, truly special football player, man. He is my number one player overall on my top 150 big board going into the season. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things will change, over the course of the year, week in, week out matchups, things like that, up games, down games, overperforming, underperforming, guys living up, finally getting their breakout year, things like that. Well, Jeremiah Smith is just a breakout year every week that he's on the field, man. Every matchup with him is elite, man. Like this dude is special, man. He's a one of one, man. He's the unicorn. They say generational a lot. A lot of scouts say generational. Every, this, that, and the third is generational. This dude is truly generational. I try to never use the word. I don't believe in it. You can draft somebody that's coming out generational and then, first snap the... God forbid. Anyway, man, Jeremiah Smith, that guy, dude, 6'3", 225. I mean, the tape... The guy moves amazing. He moves amazing for a 6'3", 225. I mean, what comp could you not give this guy? I mean, you want to talk about yards after the catch, Brandon Marshall. You want to talk about that height, weight, speed going down the field, above the rim, catch points. I mean, Andre Johnson. Basically the best of the best. And when I'm giving him these comps, it's because he plays to that level. You could talk about Julio Jones. I mean, we could talk about Jamar Chase. We could talk about, anybody. Like I said, Brandon Marshall, Andre Johnson. I mean, we can go over the who's who, of wide receivers. The dude's special, man. There's really no other way to say it. He's my number one player on my board going into the season. I think if anybody else has anything differently, I mean, you can put whatever quarterback you favor there. Most pundits tend to put the quarterback up top if they're even close to being worthy. But I mean, I stay true to my grades, man. My best player in last year's class, my best overall grade was Jeremiah Love. Every year, it's been a long time since I've had, probably since the 2024 class, did I have a quarterback that was worthy of being, the number one graded player. And the funny thing about as good as the 2024 class was, there were 7 quarterbacks that I had really, really high grades on. True first round grades on. That was a special class, man. You don't get that all the time. But Jeremiah Smith he is a one of one kind of player to me. You can't say enough. I mean, you want to do the short game, screen game, he's your guy. You want to hitch the ball down the field, he's your guy. Big third down play, he's your guy. Hands, eyes, coordination, body control, catch radius, route running ability, nuances, in and out of cut, break speed. Agility. It's all there. There's really nothing. I could go on and talk about this guy just for this whole episode. He's that good of a prospect. He was that good at Florida, coming at Miami kid, man, coming out of Chamadon College Prep. It's the tape speaks for itself, man. Every year in high school he was this guy. Every year in college he's been this guy. 2 different quarterbacks. He'll have the same quarterback for the second year in a row now for his third year of college football. I believe it will be his last, and it should be. No matter what he's going to get paid NIL this year, it's going to be probably up there, probably the most paid player, highest paid player in college football. It's well deserved. And he's going to make hella money coming out into the NFL as a rookie, and he's going to make even more in his second contract. He's that type of dude. It doesn't get much easier to scout when it comes to a Jeremiah Smith, man. So my number 2 player from the wide receiver position going into 2026 is Cam Coleman. I showed a lot of highlights of Cam Coleman earlier in another episode, so I'm not going to. I highlighted Jeremiah Smith on the pod for this one because Jeremiah Smith is that special. Cam Coleman is that level of player, man. He's very, very good. 2 years at Auburn. Last year, what was it, like 726 yards, 708-9 yards, something like that. I want to say like 5-6 touchdowns. Cam Coleman he's much more talented than that. I mean, in Texas with Arch Manning, who I have very, very high grades on. He's in my top 25 coming into the season. There's a lot of things he's still got left to prove. Cam Coleman's he's going to prove it, man. I mean, this guy's going to have over 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 yards this year, probably 10, 12 touchdowns, and that's with Ryan Wingo beside him. I expect a big season for Ryan Wingo too. I'm going to get into him later. It's special player, man. Special player. Kid out of Alabama Central High. He's everything you can want, man. I mean, he's going to give Jeremiah Smith a run for his money. Everybody knows about Jeremiah Smith, but when you were talking about that recruiting class, Cam Coleman was graded up there with Jeremiah Smith, man. I think Cam Coleman's finally going to get his due. It's not because of him that he's not getting his due. It's just Auburn's offense, the deficiencies that they've had at the quarterback position for years. I mean, really outside of any year besides the Cam Newton year. Cam Coleman's special, man. He's going to turn it up with Ryan Wingo across from him. As long as they can protect Arch Manning stays healthy, that Texas team is going to be a force this year. Cam Coleman's going to be one of the engines that drive that machine, man. He's going to have a really, really good year. I mean, we all know what he can do above the rim from the catch point. He wins physically after the catch, can run after the catch, a little bit more explosive and twitchier than I think a guy his size should be at 6'3", 201. Cam Coleman's that dude, man. I got him number 9 overall on my big board going into the season. So to Ryan Williams, I'm not highlighting him on a clip either. I'm going to get through these next 2 names kind of quick because I've discussed them multiple times. I've given them their due in other lead up episodes to this. But Ryan Williams, man, 6'1", like 175, 180. This is a guy that can average 20 yards a catch any year. I mean, he's got to catch the damn ball. I mean, I love Ryan Williams. When I saw Ryan Williams come into the early enroll, out of high school. I mean, he's young, man. He's 20 years old. Like, he's not even 21 years old. I don't think he'll be 21 before he even gets drafted. And Ryan Williams, the sky's the limit for this kid. Does he need to work on the jugs machine, whatever it is, the hand-eye coordination? I mean, the crazy thing is you see him make the crazy catches, it's there. So concentration, injuries, things pile up, man. But, like, at the end of the day, things just haven't clicked for Alabama to this point. The crazy thing is last year when Ty Simpson was at his best, Ryan Williams wasn't, and that was kind of weird. We do know that Bernard was having a really, really good year last year with Ty Simpson while Ty Simpson was healthy, and he produced all season long. It's time for Ryan Williams to step up, man. 3rd year in college football. It's put up or shut up for this guy. I mean, he can always go back to school for another year. He probably has 2 more years of eligibility after that if he really wants to, if he had to transfer out the 5th year. This is a player that's way too talented to be even in that type of discussion. So we're not going to go into that discussion. Then I had Ryan Williams at 20 on my big board. I couldn't put him no higher just because of the deficiencies, the lapses, and the things that I need to see him improve on. But he is a guy that I expect a lot of improvement from this year, and he's just all world capable of doing it. The body control in the air, the ability to float, in the air, catch balls at their highest point, the high point catching, the catch radius, it's all there. He plays much bigger than his size. This is a guy that needs to turn up like Devontae Smith, man. He's very, very capable of playing that type of game. And if he adds those type of nuances to his route game that he has in the bag, we've seen it in his bag, like consistently, and starts winning more underneath to even accentuate the over-the-top ability that he definitely has in like a Deshaun Jackson level, Ryan Williams could be the number 1 receiver in this class. And like I said, him, Cam Coleman, Jeremiah Smith, Brian Wesco Jr., the next name on my list, who I have at 21 overall on my big board going into the season, which I know is much higher than most other people. I just love Brian Wesco Jr. That said, Ryan Williams, man, he's up there with Jeremiah Smith and the Cam Colemans and the Brian Wesco Juniors, man. Like, there's a reason that recruiting class was special, and that's a reason why this draft class at this wide receiver position is looking to be loaded. This is going to be a year for wide receivers, man. Whoever wins the Biletnikoff, which realistically, the expectation, and honestly, it should have been, in my opinion, Jeremiah Smith last year. I know what Makai Lemon did is not a knock on him. It's just Jeremiah Smith deserves it. He has deserved it. He's very worthy of it. But like what I'm saying is Ryan Williams very much should be in that category. And if he's not, it's more of a concern for me. Bryant Wesco Jr., 6'2" kid, plays for Clemson, $185, $195, somewhere in that range. As far as what is listed is Texas kid, Midlothian High School. I do have numbers here on him. 31 catches, 537 yards, and 6 touchdowns, 17.1 yard average. Brian Wesco Jr., man, injuries definitely derailed some of his season last year. Him and TJ Moore, TJ Moore is a beast receiver in his own right, another guy I'm going to get to later. Antonio Williams, Brian Wesco Jr., and TJ Moore, that was a unit last year. There was a reason why everybody was so excited to see that Clemson offense, man, and it just did not pan out. Cade Klubnik did not accentuate his skill set and progress as a quarterback in the dimensions you would have wanted him to see. Some of it was offensive line play, some of it was his feet, a lot of accuracy issues coming from the base of his fundamentals. A lot of quarterbacks miss high, and they miss high because of their feet, and they're late. And when they miss high like that, a lot of times it's a turnover and things like that. And we saw those issues plague Cade Klubnik last year. Brian Wesco Jr., he has all the ability in the world. We're going to see what the quarterback level of play looks like for Brian Wesco Jr. this year and for TJ Moore for Clemson. But these are two guys that could go in the first round. They are first-round ability, first-round size, first-round measurables, first-round traits, first-round hands. That it's all there with these guys. So, realistically, man, I'm very, very excited to see what Brian Wesco Jr. can be going forward. And, yeah, man. This is pretty much where I'm at with it, man. I think I've showed Jeremiah Smith enough over there to really, really accentuate everything that he is as a player, man. We know what he is, which is going to lead me to my next set of clips. And another guy I'm going to talk about, man. This is a guy that I'm very, very high on in his own right. Nick Marsh, man, the wide receiver out of transferring from Michigan State over to Indiana this year. Nick Marsh, man, 6'3", 205, 210 pounds. This guy, yards after catch, it is all there, man. This guy is a hell of a football player, man. Can beat you off the line, the subtle quickness, man. This guy is, everything I can say about Cam Coleman, everything that I can say just about with probably every guy on the top 6 of this list, elite level traits and skill set, man. Catching through contact, catching the ball away from their frame, natural fluid hands, natural fluid route runners, movement ability beyond what their measurables usually dictate they should be moving like. You see the physicality, you see the size differential right there between him and a pretty big corner or safety right there. Nick Marsh is a guy, and Michigan State, for all their lapses on offense, for as bad of a team as they've been, we know what Curt Cignetti and them guys are going to get out of Indiana. I know Hoover is not going to be Fernando Mendoza. I do not expect that type of blow up this year, but Hoover is going to get the ball to Nick Marsh early and often. And then you have Charlie Becker on the other side, another guy I'm going to get into, man. There's going to be a theme with this show, man. A lot of the guys that I'm talking about their running mate too, man. They're stacked up teams. I would talk about Jeremiah Smith's running mate in Chris Henry this year. Chris Henry Jr., though, freshman wide receiver. We all know his dad played in the NFL. Very, very talented wide receiver. I just like these dudes. There's a reason why these wide receivers are loading up these draft classes. That's why it's pick your poison, it's pick your preference, man. You can find them in all rounds. And the top tier guys, man, they're panning out, and they're panning out with a higher efficiency rating than they used to, and they're coming in earlier and producing at a high clip. To my next guy, a reason I'm going to continue to play Nick Marsh in the background is because in another episode that I did, I played Nick Harbor's clips. 6'5", 235, man. Like absolute elite track speed. That is the thing, man. And coming out of Washington, D.C., Archbishop Carroll High School, this is a local kid for me. Nick Harbor, man, 20.6 yard average per catch, man. 30 catches, 618 yards. That tells you right there, this is a big play waiting to happen. If Nick Harbor can put it together this year, along with the quarterback play there, as far as Lenore Sellers, man, South Carolina has no reason not being competitive in the SEC this year as far as on offensively. What are we going to get out of them defensively? Can it all click? I don't know. That said, the top-end talent that's there at South Carolina, they're going to get drafted high, and they're going to get drafted high for a reason, man. They are elite-level measurables. They are elite, explosive-level athletes there at South Carolina, man. You need to see them guys really, really refine their techniques. Nick Harbor gets a route tree, and I'm telling you, dude, 6'5", 235, this guy develops his route tree and starts to become very, very impactful, like this dude can be a lot more than just that big physical burner down the field. I mean, he's not DK Metcalf in the physical stature as far as like, this like just crazy, like yoked up, rocked up human being. He is big and huge in his own right, as long as the elite length is there. But I'm talking real straight line track speed, and it's not completely all just long stride build up speed, man. Like he gets off that line of scrimmage and he gets down that field. He's got the physical ability to beat press. He's got the physical ability to beat man, in press jam coverage, and man coverage. Like Nick Harbor is a dude. If you told me that he blew up, for 1,100 yards this year with like an 18-yard average, like I would not be surprised, man. If he can do anything short game to improve his ability to beat over the top, man, he's going to be a really, really hard guy to defend, but it's going to be up to Lenore Sellers to, one, stay healthy, and two, produce consistently for that team. Which is going to lead me to my next guy, which I do have clips on right here. We are going to get in, and I'm actually really, really excited about this player. This is a player that I'm really, really actually really, really looking to see take the leap, man. He's a Colorado transfer to Arizona State, Amarian Miller. This is a guy that I believe can play really, really high level football in the NFL, not just in college football. I think he's going to get a real chance this year with much better quarterback play at Arizona State than what he's been, accustomed to as far as his last year in Colorado. Last year in Colorado, we all know that the quarterback play wasn't the same level that it was when it was Shedeur Sanders. I'm really, really excited for this guy. I mean, 18-yard average, 808 yards receiving, 8 touchdowns. I got the numbers in front of me. I'm not a stat guy, but Amarian Miller, man, he's got the height. He's got elite level agility, in my opinion, man. His run after the catch is pretty damn special, man. Like if this guy puts it all together on tape this year, we're going at Arizona State with that coaching staff, Kenny Dillingham out. Like we know Kenny Dillingham can work with elite cut level athletes, man. Like this dude is twitched up, man. Like he can get off of the line, man. Like he can set you up on his route nuance, man. Like he has a route tree, can catch above can catch through contact, can catch above the rim. He had a really, really good year with Shedeur Sanders. It was a year too early. They were also highlighting, Travis Hunter out there at the same time. They also had the burner Joe Horn Jr. This is Amarian Hampton's time, and Amarian Miller's time. I'm sorry, Amarian Hampton, the old UNC running back, man. That's so many names in the word bank when it comes to football players, man. But Amarian Miller is a guy that I'm really, really excited about. Him leading me to my next player in Charlie Becker, who we had already talked about. Nick Marsh, another similar skill set to kind of like the Amarian Hampton and the Cam Coleman's and these guys. Now this is getting to the Nick Harbor guy, like 6'4", 205. Not 235, but 205. Like we saw what Charlie Becker was doing last year in the playoffs. We saw what he was doing coming down in the Big Ten championship. Like we know Charlie Hecker, 34 catches last year, 679, 4 touchdowns, 20-yard average. Alec Pierce got paid for a reason, and there's a reason that he got a $100+ million contract, man. And when you're getting a $100+ million contract, there's a big reason why. You're getting a $100+ million contract because you're averaging 20 yards a catch in the NFL. Charlie Becker is a guy in a very similar mold, and he's not coming out of Cincinnati, dude. Indiana is a program. They are a unit right now. Charlie Becker coming out of Indiana is not the same as Alec Pierce coming out of Cincinnati, where you're coming out of a different level. Yes, you're competing in the playoffs and things like that, but you're not to that level yet. Indiana, Curt Cignetti, that offensive coaching staff, man, he's going to put it together with Nick Marsh. As good as Elijah Surratt, and we all know how I felt about Omar Cooper Jr. last year. I loved Omar Cooper Jr. Charlie Becker had a really, really good year. Closed that year out as strong as anybody, was looking as good as anybody on that Indiana roster, and was taking it over the top. He was making big catches for Indiana in the biggest critical moments, man. If he propels that trajectory that he's now officially on, that blow up, they know who he is now. If he goes into this offseason, man, puts it all together, man, I really expect Charlie Becker to really have a really, really good season and probably be in consideration for a first-round receiver, especially if he's averaging close to that 20 yards a catch like he's already currently doing. Ryan Wingo, man. Ryan Wingo, the Texas wide receiver, 6'2", 215. We already talked about Cam Coleman. These two, Ryan Wingo had a little bit of a down year last year, man. Still was able to, pull off what was it? I got it here. 54, 838 for 7 touchdowns, man. Like you know the talent is there. He's got so much talent that's a down year for him. If Ryan Wingo Jr. comes out here next year and blows up, him and Cam Coleman, they're just absolutely dealing with Arch Manning. It clicks for Arch Manning for his 4th year in college, 2nd year as a true starter all the way through the year. If Texas stays healthy and Wingo stays healthy and Cam Coleman stays healthy and they both produce this year, kind of like what Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper Jr. looked like at Indiana last year, Texas has a real chance to be in this national title game, man. We've already talked about Colin Simmons at the edge rusher position. I can get into their defensive tackles. I can get into their cornerback play and the safety play and things like that, and the freshmen that they have in certain positions coming in. We know Sark is a high level college football coach, man. It's going to be really, really good. I expect Ryan Wingo to really, really put it together this year, man. Like, this is the year that it all clicks for him. He had his coming out party early as a freshman. 2nd year was a little bit, kind of wish-washy. Texas didn't produce to the level that we were expecting them to produce. Also having a first-year starter at quarterback, that's a big reason why. Ryan Wingo's, they need to put it together, man. They need to be in the lab all year, all off season. I expect a big year from all 3 of them players. I'm talking Cam Coleman, Arch Manning, and Ryan Wingo. Which leads me to my next player, Mario Craver, Texas A&M. This is going to be one of the shorter guys on the list, one of the smaller guys on the list. Like, you can think Tavon Austin. You can, there's Elijah Moore. Mario Craver is a beast, man. Like that this is a beast. He plays way bigger than 5'9", like 165, man. And when that ball is in his hands, if you throw that dude a screen and the blocking is out there, man, like, you can just kiss that shit goodbye, man. Texas A&M. Like, Mario Craver is that dude. He complemented everything that Casey Concepcion was doing to a T last year, man. Like, Casey Concepcion was just doing it in that mid-level range. Man, Mario Craver was killing that underneath things. And then he has that elite level speed to win over the top. And he has the route tree. He has the suddenness, the elite level agility and things like that. Foot, late hands. Like, he plays very, very, very well refined for a wide receiver that is his size. He plays much more refined than most receivers that are his size. They're usually kind of considered gimmicky players, which technically doesn't always translate to the NFL level. But Mario Craver is a dog. He is an absolute dog. Which is going to get me into my last highlighted player as far as clips. Not the last player that I'm going to talk about. I have 3 more. I've already talked about one kind of briefly, but this player right here, man. I mean, physical. You want to talk about the highlight catch? Like, probably one of the best catches you'll ever see in college football. KJ Duff, man, Rutgers wide receiver, man. Now, this is a dude. Rutgers, say whatever you want, about Rutgers and the level of competition and things like that. Like I said, say whatever you want, doubt him however you want. KJ Duff is a dude, man. 6'6", 225 pounds. The catch radius is there, man. This guy moves like a guy that is 6'3". Like I said, say what you want about Rutgers. Say about whatever you want about the level of competition, man. But, like, KJ Duff has if there is not a scout somewhere in the NFL on one of these NFL teams that is just licking his chops right now, like, looking at dude, you can justify picking any of these names. Any of these names could be number one. I would say outside of Mario Craver, any one of these wide receivers could be a true number 1 wide receiver on an NFL roster anytime. I truly believe they all have that skill set. And the one that you're going to hear about the absolute least, I'm sure, is KJ Duff, the Rutgers wide receiver. This guy can play. This guy can truly play. And he is not just winning, contested catches. He separates. He separates for a guy that is 6'6". He can win down the field for a guy that is 6'6". He can run after the catch for a guy that is 6'6". Actual movement skills, actual route ability, not just a high point and catch it over contact kind of guy. Like, this guy can be a completely different animal in the NFL, man. Like, if he puts it together and continues to ball at the clip, I mean, like, what was he last year? Like, I got his numbers because, like, I have to write these numbers down. Like, I'm sorry, I remember, like, I'm not a big stats guy. Like, stats don't always matter to me. Like, I'm giving you stats as a parallel for averages and things like that. What really matters to me is the things that I'm seeing on tape, the way that they win. KJ Duff is a guy that wins on tape, and a guy that can win on tape in something that works into the NFL, man. Like, the back shoulder, like, he is very nuanced and very refined for a wide receiver that is playing at Rutgers. Like, I don't know how that guy did not get money in the NIL to go transfer to like a SEC Big Ten school. I really, really don't. Like a powerhouse that has a quarterback that's ready to compete. I mean, that guy at Maryland with Washington, like that would be a unit, man. Like I'm just saying, man. Like this guy is going to be a guy that I think gets picked or gets his draft stock at least by the Senior Bowl up into the NFL. He's going to blow it up. The NFL Combine. I'm really, really excited to see what this guy actually tests at. Like I have my theories. I know what I think he plays at. I think it's plus level 4.4 speed. I think he can run faster than a 4.4 at like a low 4.3. Highway speed is all there, but the tape backs it up. Like the tape backs it up, man. Like I think this guy is going to be truly special. Again, he separates like a guy that's 6'3" at 6'6" at 225. This is not the the Brazzle coming out of like Tennessee where it's one thing and win, one type of win, and then comes into the combine and runs a 4.6. This guy's not running a 4.6 at the combine. He runs a 4.6 at the combine, he's hurt. This is a truly refined, I think, number one potential wide receiver in the NFL, man. Like I had to highlight this guy. I just couldn't do it, man. Like last year was 60 catches, 1,084 yards, and 7 touchdowns with the 18-1 average, and the tape and skill set and the systematic use to back it up, man. Like this guy is going to be a really, really good football player in the NFL. To another guy that I've already mentioned in the show, TJ Moore from Clemson, 6'3", 200 pounds, man. 52 catches last year, had a really good year. I talked about, Bryant Wesco Jr. having the injuries and things like that. He needs to refine that, come back healthy, have a really, really good year. TJ Moore balled out last year, in my opinion. Him and Antonio Williams were absolute studs for Clemson with the level of quarterback play. Like when I say studs, you have to factor in the quarterback play. Cade Klubnik was missing wide open. I mean, just like you'd see Antonio Williams and you're like, hit it, and just late. Things like that. But when I look at him winning on tape, like even beyond what his stats were and things like that, like TJ Moore was winning last year at a very, very high clip. He could even excel past what Bryant Wesco Jr. What my prediction is for Bryant Wesco Jr., man. So I'm really, really excited about this. And then my last receiver that I'm going to give you for this show, I'm pretty sure I went over 10. Eric Singleton Jr., an Auburn transfer. I had to put this guy on here, man. I'm not a big Florida guy. There's some things there systematically with the coaching staff and things like that. We'll see what they are. That said, quarterback play is going to be a question mark with Florida. That's never going to be a talent with Florida. Eric Singleton Jr. at Auburn was a much more talented player than the numbers would ever suggest. 3 touchdowns last year. I want to say like 550 yards, somewhere in that range. 5'10", 180 pounds. This guy is very, very refined, very, very crisp in his route nuance, man. Like this is a guy that can play much bigger than his size. I think he's a true slot in the NFL. I think he can play outside in college. I think he can play outside a little bit slightly in the NFL, but I think his best position is going to be in the slot, and I think he's going to be a terror in the slot. At Alexander High School from, I want to say Florida. Again, man, like Eric Singleton Jr. has a opportunity to really, really excel beyond everything that his draft stock has been to this point because of the level of quarterback play at Auburn. Same thing with Cam Coleman. I just have him further down the list because Cam Coleman is a freak. We know what he was as a Rivals 5-star, like coming out of high school and things like that. Like everybody knows who Cam Coleman is, but Eric Singleton Jr., I think he's going to make a real name for himself this year at Florida, as long as the quarterback play, allows it to. As far as statistically and the pub that he's going to get is. What I am going to be looking for as a scout is he still winning in the route nuances? Is he still getting open? Does he still have that really good feel for where guys are in zone and how to hit the holes in the zone? And then beating you guys like with his route nuance, his refinement as a route runner, early in the downs and things like that when it's man and press coverage and things like that. Eric Singleton Jr. is the guy that I wanted to highlight. So again, this is my wide receiver position. I said I was going to do edges. Went to the wide receivers. Don't really know what I'm going to do next. I kind of want to do offensive linemen just because I've done like the least amount of work on the offensive line class so far, but I've done the most work on the edges, and which ultimately means I've done just as much work on the offensive line because you just see it and you know who these guys are. Like the grading from last year was really, really high for a lot of guys that weren't eligible for the draft last year, or some guys that didn't come out. Then I'm really, really excited to see them excel beyond what their draft stock was last year. In my opinion, I had higher grades on them than maybe they were getting feedback on. They want to come back this year, elevate themselves into the first round. I completely understand that. And as we saw last year, the offensive linemen that went in the first round, they went in the first round for a reason, because there was a fall off behind them. This year it's probably going to be very similar. It's always like that with the offensive linemen. Get the elite level guys. So that might be the direction that I go next time. I like, more than likely, I plan on doing defense, offense. So I might even go to the interior D line, because I've been doing a ton of work on them along with the edge rush class. So more than likely, that's what I'll do. I'll probably do it like that. I'll get the meat and potatoes out of here, man. I get the fun shit out. I really, really like breaking down defensive tackles and offensive linemen and things like that, man. I like the big nasties, man. No quarterback, no wide receiver, no running back, no skill position player looks good without the big uglies in front of them, man. Like, that is not a knock on them, man. I love the big uglies. I like the big, dominant, just space-eating nose tackles that just are menaces in the run game and just hell on quarterbacks, because they aren't allowed to step up in the pocket. And I love good offensive line play, man. I really, really respect that side of the ball. I could never do it. As you can tell, I'm a fucking twig. But anyway, so there you go, man. I think that's the direction we're going to head. I know the schedule release is coming out tonight around 8 o'clock. I will probably do that pod tomorrow leading into the weekend and things like that. So I hope everybody's been safe this week, having a blessed week with their families, things like that. Everybody's healthy and everything like that. I appreciate everybody that tunes into this show. I have a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you enjoy it just as much as I do, man, because I really do like talking college football, man, and getting these guys out to you, man. I'm really, really excited for this upcoming season, NFL and college, man. It's going to be really exciting to see the rookies and all the young guys, veterans that have, maybe, are on the verge of breaking out, things like that, man. There's always a storyline to look up to and get excited about in college football and the NFL. So again, I appreciate everybody, all the views, all the time you guys take. I appreciate all the subscribers, man. Having 160 subscribers on my YouTube channel, man. I've been doing this for 5 years. Haven't advertised, so this is all word of mouth, like just people that watched and subscribed, man. I really do appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody, and hopefully you enjoy the shows. And I can just tell, it's not worth it. It's not worthless to me, man. Like, I don't care if I get one viewer or whatever, man. I love doing this stuff, man. I've prayed for this. It's something that keeps me sane. I just love ball, and I love talking ball. Hopefully you guys enjoy listening to me talk ball to you guys, man. I just, one day, hopefully I'm scouting for, a pro team. That would be my dream. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. But again, from the Blue Chip Podcast, man, Cody Potter, have a blessed week and stay safe.